Hey everyone, it's Naomi and welcome to the Firecracker Department Aftershow. This is where some of the core members, some of the community members of Firecracker Department come together and we talk about past podcast episodes and what resonated with us and what stuck in our hearts and our heads and in our minds and sharing them with you all. Today in our panel we have Emily Churchill, who's in Los Angeles, and Emily's in charge of the wellness department, does some beautiful meditations once a month. Yes, you do. And she's just a beautiful meditation of herself. That's what I say. Yeah, you can quote me. And then we have Sarah Potter, who's in New York, and Sarah's in charge of our social media. She also helps with our funding department. And she's also in charge of the brightest smile that also brings us so much light. And we love her for it. Then we've got AJ Edmonds, who's in Toronto, sometimes Los Angeles, and she edits the after show and she does content creation. She does the brand kit creation. She's also creating a curl right now. If you can hear it, can you hear it? Oh, yeah. Just she created another curl. And we are talking about Mozhdah Jamalzadah, who, oh my gosh, when I knew I was speaking to Mozhdah, I was excited and nervous and excited again and then nervous again because she's such a powerhouse. She's not only a singer, she created a song called Afghan Girl that was like #1. She was also the host of her own TV show in Afghanistan. She performed for the Obamas. She has a book called Voice of Rebellion. She's one of those people that I just want to bask in her presence because she's got so much knowledge, but also such beauty and positivity for the journey that she's been on. She's just amazing. And I have to say that I felt real like a knucklehead going into this chat. So it was a really treat to have this like just comfortable chat with Mozhdah and find out what she's all about living in Vancouver right now. AJ, what did you think of my chat with her?
I mean, just so honored that she would be a part of our podcast.
Right?
I mean, she's an artist in so many ways, and she's, the kind of artist that takes art is activism into reality.
Yeah.
I mean,
but just such a real person too.
Yeah.
Like for having gone through the journey that she went through and like the challenges, like death threats. I've never had a death threat, and yet she still has this vibrancy and joy to her that just boggles my mind.
And she chose a lot of that journey too, which I found in doing research on her. Right, like she is a Canadian, and her family came here, but she chose to go back and use her creative skills to make a difference. And like that's an incredible journey to elect to be on.
Yeah, I think she definitely recognizes the responsibility she has, and I don't think it falls lightly on her shoulders. I think she's really it's a lot for that gal. Emily, what did you think about my chat with Mozhdah?
One thing that just really got to my soul was she said the strongest person she knows is her dad. And we don't hear that very often. I don't know why, but it was, and I'm getting chilled. I think because, especially in that environment, hearing that her dad was the strongest person she knows, it was amazing. And I'm just so thankful that she had parents, that she has parents that treat her with the strength that she has and is able to let her blossom because it's helping the world. And it was amazing to hear that.
Yeah, agreed. Sarah, anything else from you?
Yeah, I've enjoyed listening to her say that she knows she's wired differently. And I just, it was really nice hearing that and like just hearing her talk about her whole journey and it, just everything from, being okay with speaking up, she's pretty comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I could kind of tell when she was talking to you a little bit that like she was thinking about it because I think that's just kind of like her mode. Like it's just her, it's when she sees something, she just, has to speak up and, just advocate and be that activist. And
yeah. And then if you listen to her podcast, I think it's Girls of Wisdom. If you have a chance to listen to it, please do, because she's just vibrant. Like it's not, I can't say enough how in awe I am of this person and what she creates, not only as an artist, but as an activist. What else?
I mean, talk about a triple threat.
Yeah.
I mean,
Totally.
that's sort of, that like is beyond triple threat. If once
Like,
the
what-
activism comes in there, that's like,
It's just all like all yes. It's like, what do
yeah.
you? Yes, I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but then, you know, I asked her what she hasn't done yet. And she was like, I long for a desk job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else did you relate to from my chat?
Well, I got excited when she was like, we're part of a revolution, change is afoot, and she's excited about it because I feel like the world in itself is a little scared right now. And I also feel that. I feel like, y'all, we're going to be great. It's going to be awesome, you know, just hang on there, you know. And to hear her say that, I was like, yay. It was
Yeah,
great
to not
hear.
get jaded
Yes.
is extraordinary. Yeah, I
Yeah.
found that too with my chat with Carmen Aguirre a little while ago, who
Yeah.
went through the revolution in Chile and how she still had like, we're going to be okay. We have to keep creating. Yeah, and if they say that, we can say that.
Exactly.
Yeah. What else? Any final thoughts?
I thought it was interesting when you asked her about like the famous people and how she didn't understand fame and famous people, and you know how she sees someone that she like really looks up to but like would never like ask for their photo, or you know I was smiling a lot during that conversation because you'd think about how pedestals and things like that, and
Yeah.
it was interesting to hear.
Yeah, I mean, she's known in parts of the world, maybe the whole world, as the Oprah of Afghanistan, which is such an interesting. And I often think that she's like, I don't know, she has such a platform, and she holds such a great place when she does have a podium, which is always that she doesn't belittle it. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts, AJ?
I'm just so grateful that she joined us.
Yeah,
And that she
Yeah.
gave us some of her energy.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the middle of it all, in the middle of it
Mhm.
all. And she had a cat crawling around her bed at the time. I love that you sort of get these like snapshots of people's worlds. We're like, yeah, let's just have a chat. Hold on, my cat's just driving me crazy. And that's
Well, my
just,
favorite part about your podcast is that every once in a while Rufus comes in.
Oh, Rufus.
You
yeah, we
know,
might have to edit that guy out. He really loves the limelight.
he's a stealer. I
Yeah.
mean, he just thinks the spotlight's for him. Is
It's
he
not.
wrong?
He's not wrong.
Not wrong.
Final thoughts, Emily?
Don't disrespect yourself. I loved how she said that too. I was like, yeah, don't do that, Em.
Yeah. Do you find
Yeah.
yourself doing that, Em?
Yes. Oh my Lord. And speaking of social media, like every time I get on social media, I'm like, oh God, I'm failing at life, you know?
Yeah. Well, her mom's her manager, so she does have this interesting work-life balance at home too, where she's like, I gotta post something. And I'm also think like, you know, my chat with her was early days in COVID, and I said something about making mistakes, and she was like, oh, I make mistakes all the time, and then I have to go back and deal with them. And I was like, oh man, that's bold. That's brave. I'm gushy. I think she's fantastic. So I'm a huge fan. Um, any final thoughts? I don't want to cut anybody off. If you have something that you want to give shout outs to. Speaking of shout outs, give yourself a shout out. Yeah. What are you working on these days that we can support? Sarah Potter, what's going on in your world?
Personally, I'm doing a lot of home renovations and working a lot. And yeah, just keeping up the social media for the firecracker department.
Love it. Great job. Emily, what about you?
Well, we're going through old footage, and I just launched Spirit Seeker, short that I
That's
did
so funny.
hunting out ghosts. Yeah, it was
It's
fun to
on
do.
It's on our Facebook page. It's so funny. Emily, you're so ridiculously funny and delightful. Oh my gosh. Please go check it out if you haven't already. AJ, what about you?
I am going to Facebook to watch Emily's
Yeah.
short right now. See ya.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of firecracker stuff, just internal mechanism, working, editing.
Go to firecrackerdepartment.com, check out that podcast, check out all the podcasts, and then drop us a line. Tell us what you thought. What got you jazzed? Firecracker DEPT is our social media, and we'd love to hear from you. And that's all. I love you all. Thank you so much, Firecracker Department. Thanks, After Show gals.
Bye.